Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, and today I'm doing yet another movie night video. This time is on David Lynch's Mulholland Drive. I've never seen this movie before. This is going to be my first time watching it, but I've heard incredible things about it. And this is actually going to be my first time watching a David Lynch movie, period. I've never seen any of his other movies before, like Eraserhead, Twin Peaks, Blue Velvet. But anyways, that's besides the point. Because I'm watching this for the first time. I'm very excited for it. As you can see, I have the physical Criterion Collection copy of it, which is really cool. I'm not doing a mini unboxing or anything because I've already opened it. I'll show you guys a bit of the package up close, but it is a, I think they call this a digipack, and it comes with a little book that just slid out. But yeah, a pretty cool package. I know pretty much nothing about this movie. I've seen the trailer. The remade trailer on the Studio Canal UK channel, if you want to check that out for any reason. They remade the trailer, I think in honors of the re-release of this movie, like the new physical copy, the Criterion edition. Or maybe not, I don't know. They just remade the trailer and they released it on that channel, and that is all I've seen. It's about like a minute 30 long, so I've seen a minute and 30 seconds of this movie, know nothing else about it, and I'm going in blind, which I think is the best thing to do with this movie, because I have heard that it's a mindfuck of a movie. Like I saw in the comments on that trailer of this film, that one person said, it's been, like, I've seen this movie a ton of times and I still can't get over the ending, or I don't know, some generic comment like that, like a comment that you would see on a movie trailer, like Avengers or something. I still can't get over this movie. But anyway, that's why I've heard about it. And yeah, I really have nothing else to say about this beforehand. If you don't know how these movie night videos work, I basically sit down and watch a movie either for the first time or rewatching it. And then after I watch the movie, I give you my first thoughts with the movie. That will be the case with this because it's going to be my first time watching the film. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll just walk you through my very first reaction of seeing this movie. I'm suspecting that I will love it like most other people, but who knows? That is what these movie night videos are for. But anyways, let's put this into the Blu-ray player and watch it for the first time. I'm really excited. Alright guys, so here is the cover. Once again, as I said, I'm not going to do a full-fledged unboxing of this. But I thought I would show you guys at least a little bit because it's not a regular Blu-ray case. So there's the spine. The cover is really cool. I like how it has, like David Lynch's right there. That's pretty in focus, like it's clear. But then this, it gets kind of blurred out. Seeing with their faces, it kind of looks almost eerie in a way. And then on the back, there's the back if you want to read through the description. I've already done this. I got this for Christmas, actually, all the way back in last year. So I've kind of been savoring the flavor with this movie. And then it slides out. So there we go. There is a key, which I believe plays a role in the movie. Yeah, I think it was seen in that trailer that I mentioned. And then the spine on that side is a spine for both sides because, as I mentioned, it slides out of that way. So the spine shows on that side, and then you have the regular spine on that side. Kind of a double way, so you could put it either way on the shelf. And then open it up. We have Naomi Watts on the book cover. And then on the back, I think her name is Laura Herring. I believe that's where her name is. But then Naomi Watts on the front. And then has some, I guess, video or film essays in here, as well as some stuff about the movie, just information. I think it will be better to read through this after you watch the movie, because then you could get the full effect of it. But yeah, some pretty cool stuff in there. And then this right here folds open kind of like a four-way book like this. There is the disc, and then some more characters from the movie. Again, I have no idea what role they play in the movie. Like this theater setting right here, or this lady with the blue hair. And then the disc right here. Pretty cool cover art. The key, I believe, again. I have no idea what to think with this artwork because I have no idea what it means right now. But I will in about 2 hours and like 26 minutes or something like that. That's how long the movie is. So let's put the disc in here and wait for the menus. You could fold this up. It goes this way, and then the book goes here. I kind of flipped through the book quickly because I feel like it would be boring for you guys to just watch me read through it because I've already done that. And then you just slide that in like that. I'm going to leave that there for now. And there it is. Yep, there we go. The title going into focus from being blurred. This obviously takes place in Hollywood, in Los Angeles, and it already looks really cool. And is this, wow, this is the whole menu. Very simple, like the Barry Lyndon. I don't have that, but my friend Ben has Barry Lyndon. Just kind of a nice, simple, candid picture. Alright, so that's it. I will see you guys in a little bit after I've finished the movie. Again, I've heard really great things about this film. And yeah, I'll finally be able to see it and share my thoughts with you guys. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, so I just finished watching Mulholland Drive for the very first time, and I'm laughing right now because I don't know what to say about this movie. It was really, really good, and then the last like 20 minutes was just some of the craziest, most jaw-dropping moments I've ever seen in a movie, and I don't like to hype things up to be incredible, and then if someone was to watch it, they would be like, oh, he overreacted with that. But this is truly, it's very difficult to explain. Obviously, I'm recommending the movie. Just everything up until like the last 20 to 30 minutes was it was so eerie. And so I barely know what to say about this movie. It's very much like Apocalypse Now. Like at the end, when I was trying to talk about the movie, I could barely talk. Just the ending was so mindfucky that it was just difficult to talk about the rest of the movie as a whole. But this, everything, the whole build-up to the eventual conclusion of the movie, which I won't spoil in case you haven't seen the movie, because this is definitely one ending that I would never want to spoil, and I definitely don't even understand the full thing as of right now. I'm going to be watching a ton, and I mean a ton of videos on this movie, but the whole build up to the end, which is a lot of wrapping up, like it's not just like one final scene that lasts like around 5 minutes. Like I said, like the last 20 to 30 minutes is just tying things together and twisting it around in a way that you will never ever see coming. And this was done so perfectly because the build-up, I keep on repeating that, I just need to get to the point, but the build-up up until the end, it adds in so many subtle hints that are just perfect, like near the beginning, and this won't add anything in case if you haven't seen the movie, like this won't spoil anything because you won't know what I'm talking about, but the two old people that let Betty, Naomi Watts' character, that kind of send her off when she first gets to Los Angeles, it shows a shot of them in the car just smiling and looking at each other. And right at that point, you realize, you're like, okay, something is up with that. They're going to maybe come back later, or maybe it was just kind of a random thing that didn't really need to be in the movie, but it was just trying to add to the unsettling tone of it. I knew that would come back, and it did. And once they showed up again, I was like, holy shit. That's what they were doing there. It's just so many moments at the end that it just all comes together in your head. And like I said, I barely understand what happened at the end of this movie. I mean, I get the general gist of it, but it's just, there's so many, this is 100% a movie that you need to rewatch to fully get, kind of understand what happens. And even then, even if you've seen this movie 100 times, I doubt you could fully understand kind of how the ending goes, which is weird because I feel like, although it definitely is open-ended, I feel like they do a good job kind of showing, okay, this is why this happened, this is what these characters were doing at this time, this is what this character kind of, what he entailed to the rest of the story and all stuff like that, but it's so difficult to explain. And it's such a movie that, again, that you will have to rewatch over and over again just to look at different hints throughout the movie and realize, oh yeah, that's where that comes in later on. Because it's like, I'm trying to think of a good example. Oh, it's like the Sixth Sense. It's like when you rewatch that movie, it's like, oh, that's why, that's why they weren't talking to each other, because Bruce Willis is really dead and stuff like that. That was kind of a spoiler, but if you haven't seen that movie, I'm guessing you know the twist, the I see dead people twist. But anyways, it's kind of like that. When you rewatch this movie, I'm guessing you will kind of realize things like that. But anyways, let's move on from the twist at the end of this movie to the performances, I guess. Naomi Watts she is incredible in this movie. This is probably the best performance she has ever given. I always like when an actress like Naomi Watts is playing an actress in a movie, and then her character in the movie has to act as that character. It's kind of like Rick Dalton in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Leonardo DiCaprio is playing an actor, but then Rick Dalton in the movie, he has to play another part as what Jake Cahill is one character that he plays, but specifically the bad guy in that one TV show that he does when he has the girl and then he throws her on the ground. That scene, I like things like that. It's almost like a weird Inception kind of thing. And yeah, she does that in this movie, and it was really, really good. There was a nice prolonged sequence that was generally around one take, maybe a few cuts here and there, of one scene of her acting as this character. And I can't imagine rewatching this movie, going back to the beginning. Just there's going to be so many, what's that word to define when you realize something, a big oh moment. It's an English class kind of word, like a vocab word. I forget what it's called though, but there's going to be a million of those once I rewatch this movie, which I feel like will be very soon. It just, that ending, some of the best movie making I've seen, and again, this kind of sounds cringy because I hate to jack off movies when I don't have to, but this movie deserves it because the whole ending, I keep on going back to it, but the whole ending sequence, the stuff with the key, which I now obviously understand, the key right there on the cover, and the different characters on the inside, like the cowboy guy who you saw there. He comes in the movie, obviously, and has a big role. Just everyone, every single moment, and every little hint that it gives, like with those two old people that I mentioned earlier in the car, it was kind of unsettling. And this really shocking jump scare that kept me on edge the entire movie. That's another thing. This movie is so unsettling. Oh my god, that one shot, this isn't a spoiler. Like, if you haven't seen the movie, what I'm about to say won't have any meaning behind it, but if you have seen it, that one shot with the blue cube and the paper bag on the ground, I'm not sure if the blue cube has an official name, but, and then the two old people are like tiny and they rush out of the bag. Holy fuck. That was such a fucking amazing part. Just, the whole ending is filled with not only great shots, but just really creepy and, oh my god, that is like really fucking weird. Just so many moments like that. If you haven't seen this movie, spend the time to watch it. I don't know what streaming services they're on, or that this movie is on. Maybe HBO Max, it might be on there. Just find this movie and watch it immediately. But anyways, thanks for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Leave comments down below if you've seen this movie and what your thoughts are on it. I always like reading your comments on these movie night videos because it seems like a lot of you guys give your opinions on the said movie in that video, and I would love to hear them for this movie. I'm going to be thinking about this for a while, and again, I'm going to be watching a lot of videos on it, reading a lot of stuff on it. Watch this movie immediately. I can't say it enough. And I'm almost overwhelmed because I could talk about this movie for hours, but I'm going to end the video here. These are supposed to be my quick thoughts. Thank you all so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.